Think of an island where the first story of love was said to begin. That island is Cyprus. Every beach, mountain road, and little harbor seems built for two people who already know each other well, but still want fresh memories. Over the next few minutes, I'll walk you through 10 stops that feel different from one another. Some ancient, some wild, some full of modern buzz. Picture each place, pick what fits your mood, and get ready to add your own chapter to the island's long romance. We start on the southwest shore. White waves wrap around a pale rock called Aphrodite Rock. Local legend says the goddess of love rose out of the foam right here. Swim a slow circle around the rock at sunset, and many Cypriots will wink and tell you your bond is now unbreakable. 5 minutes inland, the Paphos Archaeological Park spreads out like a giant open-air museum. Quiet paths lead you past villas with bright mosaics of panthers and wine gods that still shine after 2,000 years. A little farther on, the tombs of the kings cut deep into amber rock, their pillars making soft echoes. End the day at the small fishing harbor. Share a plate of grilled octopus, raise 2 glasses of chilly local white wine, and watch the old castle glow pink as the sun drops. The second stop pulls you right into a postcard, the Blue Lagoon on the edge of the Akamas Peninsula. Keep driving west until the asphalt turns dusty, or let a small boat pick you up in Lachi. Either way, the moment the dark sea flips to swimming pool turquoise, you'll know you're close. Slip off the side of the boat and look straight down. White sand sits 6 meters below, so clear you can count pebbles. Tiny silverfish thread around your ankles, and on lucky mornings, a slow, calm turtle paddles by as if giving you a nod of welcome. When your fingers start to wrinkle, step back onto land and follow a shaded path to the baths of Aphrodite. The spring hides under fig branches and smells cool and green. Locals splash the water over their faces and joke it's the cheapest beauty cream in Cyprus. Whether or not you believe the legend, the pool makes a quiet selfie spot for just the two of you. No crowds, only birdsong and the soft drip of water. A deep breath here, and it feels as if the whole day has slowed down to match the lagoon's gentle rhythm. Around the next headland, a rusty freighter leans on the rocks. The Edro III has stayed in that frozen tilt since a winter storm in 2011. It was a 1960s Maltese freighter that was hauling plasterboard from Limassol to Rhodes when a December 2011 gale slammed it onto the reef just north of Paya's sea caves. Too costly to move, the authorities drained the fuel and left it in place. Now the ship leans a few meters from shore, rusted orange and green, creating one of Cyprus's most dramatic sunset backdrops. At sunset, the hull glows orange and green as if someone lit a flame inside it. Pick a flat rock, open 1 bottle of red Maratheftico, and listen to the slow clap of waves on steel. Feeling sandy feet? 10 minutes south lies Coral Bay with calm water and easy cafes. Or if the heat is heavy, steer inland toward the cool Troodos Peaks. You will swap sea salt for pine scent in under an hour. The fourth spot you can't miss sits high above the heat. The Troodos Mountains and the village of Omodos. The road climbs in lazy switchbacks. The air drops 10 degrees, and every breath smells of pine resin. Stone lanes loop around a tiny monastery square where a family cellar pours you 2 glasses of commandaria, the sweet amber wine locals proudly call the oldest named wine on earth. Sip slowly, clink once for luck. From the square, follow the gentle Caledonia Trail. A clear stream at your side ends in a curtained small waterfall that leaves cool mist on your cheeks. If you'd rather roll than walk, grab 2 e-bikes and cruise through chestnut orchards that open onto cloud-ringed peaks. Before steering downhill, step into the village bakery for a loaf of warm anise bread. Break off pieces in the car. The scent of spice will follow you all the way to the next adventure. The 5th place on our journey is the hillside village of Lefara, where every street looks like it was sketched in sun-bleached white and bright bougainvillea. Locals say Leonardo da Vinci stopped here in 1481 and carried a piece of Lefara lace back to Milan's cathedral, and the craft has been stitched by steady hands ever since. You'll probably find a grandmother in a doorway, needle flashing. For a few euros, she'll embroider both your initials into a napkin, a keepsake that beats any fridge magnet. A step away, A silversmith shapes thin wire into pomegranate pendants, symbols of good luck for couples. Try orange blossom honey on crisp bread. Pocket a jar for later, then follow a short path uphill. When the sun slides low, the village roofs blush purple, and far off, you can already see the lights of busy Limassol flickering like the next chapter waiting to be read. The sixth stop brings you back to the coast, into Limassol's old port and palm-lined Molos promenade. Picture old stone warehouses that once stored carob and wine. Today, they open their shutters as relaxed cafes. Grab a table, share seared halloumi drizzled with sweet local carob syrup, and watch sleek yachts tap the glassy water like slow metronomes. Wander a few calm streets inland and you'll meet Limassol Castle, its walls thick with crusader stories. The guide inside points to battered armor and tells how Richard the Lionheart married his queen here in 1191 before sailing on to Jerusalem. Step back outside and the city feels lighter. Murals bloom on alley walls, food trucks hum, and as the sun sinks, small bands set up along the seawall to play soft jazz. Limassol never rushes you. Lean on the rail, split a cup of pistachio ice cream, trace constellations between the mast tops, and move on only when the night air says it's time. Our next stop is in Larnaca, where the land sinks into a shallow basin that locals simply call the Salt Lake. Come at dusk, and the water often blushes pink. In winter, it fills with thousands of flamingos, their slow steps sifting tiny shrimp, while the mirror-flat surface copies every color of the sky. Even on bird-free days, the lake feels like a still photograph you can walk beside. 5 minutes down the road, the palm-shaded Finikoudes promenade rolls out beside the sea. Rent a tandem, give the bell a friendly ring, and drift past open cafes. When the smell of honey pulls you in, share a paper cup of warm lucumades, bite-sized donuts soaked in syrup and dusted with cinnamon. If one of you loves the idea of wreck diving, book an early boat to the Zenobia, a Swedish ferry that sank in 1980, with its trucks still chained to the decks. If bubbles aren't your thing, stay on land and steer east. The clearest beach water on the island is waiting just beyond the headland. Next, leave the city lights behind and settle into pure beach calm at Fig Tree Bay in Proteras. An ancient fig still guards the entrance, giving the cove its name and a faint scent of sweet sap on the breeze. The sand is soft, the water stays waist-deep, well past the buoys. Ideal for easy paddle boarding side by side. Slip into a clear-bottom kayak and drift over green seagrass where tiny blue fish flash like sparks. About 200 meters offshore, a bare little islet waits. Pack a picnic, glide across, and claim the shell-white stones as your private kingdom for an hour. When the sun leans low, ground lanterns blink on along a wooden boardwalk. Follow the glow toward snug cocktail bars. Order one tall frozen drink with 2 straws, clink them together, and dream up tomorrow's adventure while the sea turns silver at your feet. The 9th stop is all about high drama and a dash of legend. 10 minutes into Cape Greco National Forest, a pale limestone arch stretches over water so blue it looks backlit. Locals call it the Love Bridge, and swear that a kiss right in the middle locks 2 people together for life. Stand there for a moment, feel the breeze, then look down. Snorkelers drift through rock tunnels and cliff jumpers arrow into the deep pools below. When daylight fades, swing over to nearby Ayia Napa. Beach clubs pulse, and a hillside sculpture park scatters modern art against the stars. Perfect for a slow hand-in-hand wander before bed. Save some energy, though. A quieter night, and a new side of Cyprus waits just across the dividing line to the north. The 10th and final stop carries you across the Green Line into North Cyprus. Border checks take only a minute, and the road drops straight to Corinia Harbor. Old Venetian walls curve around bobbing fishing boats, their lanterns glinting on the calm water. Choose a quayside table. Keep lunch simple: grilled halloumi, a handful of green olives, a spoonful of tahini, and watch the mast reflections wiggle across the black surface like ink strokes. Just behind you, solid and square, rises Corinia Castle. Step through the gate and follow the quiet corridors to the star exhibit. a 2,300-year-old trading ship raised from the seabed. The cedar planks still breathe out a faint resin scent, and clay jars that once held sweet wine and almonds line the display like sleeping soldiers. When the guard's keys jingle for closing time, stroll a narrow lane uphill to a small rooftop cafe, order thick Turkish coffee, lean back against the cushions, and let the smell of jasmine drift past while constellations bloom over the harbor. It's a peaceful ending, one last shared breath before the island's long story of love hands you the pen and invites you to write the next page together. If I had to stick a heart-shaped pin in just one stop, I'd pick the Troodos Mountains and Omodos. Cool pine air, candlelit wine cellars, and that quiet waterfall you can almost keep to yourselves. The neon blues of the Blue Lagoon are a close runner-up, and I still picture the lanterns trembling over Corinia Harbor long after the coffee is gone. Which place would you two explore first, and which one feels like it was written just for your story? Tell me below, and if you know a hidden corner I missed, let's hear it so everyone can add it to their map. Don't stash the passports yet. Click over to our next trip, where we trade Mediterranean surf for South American mate and tango. Uruguay is boarding now. I will see you there.